Oh, you have no idea how much. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Oops, have my pizza. AI is going to make a ton of millionaires, and it's the easiest competitive advantage. But the key thing is, you have to be early. This whole AI is going to make millionaires. It's not going to be a trend for forever. I'll be right back. I got a pizza I'm cooking right now, but it's AI skills at the end of the day. Making this AI skills. I ate so many pizzas this week. It's like, geez. Okay, I'm back. Nice. Let me get the stand for the AI. Oh man. So if I could encourage you, it was like start playing with AI, start leveraging AI tools in your business, in your life, in your career, because you will have an insane competitive advantage. It's like not even fair. Like it's not even taking this off so I can put you guys on here. Oh, Sid, you're so nice. I appreciate it. I'm just here to give you guys all the scoop. Playing with the best AI tools. Let's play with some Lovable. Why not? I have no objective right now. I need to practice my skills. Richard, what's up? Richard, you want to come on and say hi? You don't have to. Damn, we got Richard and Tom. I'm going to invite all of you if you guys want to pop on and just shoot the shit. Just hang out. Or else I'm going to play with some Lovable. It really is. You guys don't have to. Don't worry. You don't have to. It's voluntary at the end of the day. I'm in bed. I'll be on tomorrow. Good stuff. I sent you the email. He's like, I can't right now. I know. No worries. You guys, I'm tired. I'm done. I'm just gonna. I just let me rest, John. I took a nap. No joke. Between the second live stream and right now, I just took a nap. I fucking crashed. So, anyways, let's play with some Lovable right now. I'm just gonna like practice my Lovable skills right now. Lovable. Just to play with some new. I want to play with what are the new features of like Lovable 2.0. Let's kind of learn about this together. I'm gonna change this to. I really don't want this audience, but it doesn't matter. Build an app with AI. Yeah, an app with AI. Let's see. Build an app with AI. Let's see if that gets me more followers. Not that I need more followers. Well, that's interesting. Okay, cool. Lovable. I want to see what's the difference between, and I'm going to ask Perplexity, what are the new changes in Lovable 2.0? YouTube Lovable 2.0. I want to kind of see like what can it do. Let's kind of learn together. By the way, you guys need to follow. He's good. All these guys are good. Multiplayer coding, smarter, secure. Let's just go. I'm just trying to pick like what's the shortest videos because I don't want a whole deep dive. What's up, Nicole? 2.0. Gotta dance. Okay, that is not telling me anything. Sorry.
Lovable, my favorite coding tool, just launched Lovable 2.0. I'm going to break down all the features.
Sweet.
Crazy hype video showing
Appreciate all the likes and follows. Appreciate it. It's the same video. Do you see how lazy AI influencers are? We just find videos online and we just all watch, we regurgitate the same trash. Let's see.
That's big.
That's not gonna help any of us right now. I just need I have to go to shorts. How do you search shorts? Okay, filters. I want. Dang, how do you search shorts? Like, just give me YouTube short. Okay, we're gonna have to go to the old school. We're gonna have to read. Sorry, everyone, because because this will just be faster, anyways. Multiplayer collaboration, real-time collaboration, not irrelevant. Pro Plan allows you to collaborate, not relevant. Smart chat mode, so the chat agent is 10 times smarter. That's funny. And capable of multi-step reasoning, searches files, inspects logs, querying databases. It will help with planning. Okay, so it's smarter. Wow, big thing. Agentic mode, well, big thing. Security scans, so now it will take care of security. Okay, cool. Dev mode allows direct code editing within Lovable. Oh, that's dope. Visual edits have been improved faster for UI. Okay, better. Custom domain and brand, they updated their branding and they've raised the price. It's 10 times smarter and we've raised the price 2.0. Also, it's really buggy. I resubscribed to Lovable yesterday. It's not smarter, it's dumber. Isn't that usually the case too? It's like, can I share the website I just finished building with Lovable? Get your idea. Sorry, unless you want me to roast your website and it's a business, I could roast, but we're not kind of doing roast right now. We're just kind of like playing with it. Because anyone could building a website with Lovable is not impressive, honestly. Like, you technically, like, you're not gonna like this unpopular opinion, but you shouldn't build websites with Lovable. Unpopular opinion. Should build it with a proper tool like Lead Pages, so you could do traffic. Because websites are dead. Sorry, websites are actually dead. It's all just like link trees and sales funnels too, like marketing to sales page, and that's it. Is like the new thing. But very interesting. Okay, so that's not really much of an update 2.0, but I'm kind of curious on the plans, Lovable plans. Like, how does the pricing work? Can you build a lead page with Lovable? Good question. I mean, you could build a funnel with Lovable, but a lead page is like drag and drop website builder. It's like, it's a good question. It's like, not. I'm sure you can like build me like a WordPress, like a drag and drop type thing. You get 100. See, I'm always curious about the credits part. How do the credits work? What's the how does free what does how does the cost where to find more? Like, how do the credit system works? Because I get it, you want a private, basically everything's free, or like, so what's the credits? Hold on, Perplexity. Explain credits in Lovable. Hey Sharon, good to see you. We're going to learn just a little bit more about Lovable together. Credits are the core access, such as generating code and making edits. Here's how they find it. Each message or prompt that you use the AI for code generation, that costs 1 credit. So every prompt costs 1. So credits including your monthly subscription. For example, a free plan has up to 30 credits per month, while the higher plan gets higher usage. Credits do not roll over any unused, but what if you run out of credits? You have to wait till next month renewal or upgrade. So if you want, see, that's the limitation though. Sarah says, hi, Sharon. Sharon is like, it's a beautiful night. It is. Happy Friday, everyone. And you're hanging out with me. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of your attention just to kind of learn together as we learn AI for a competitive advantage. Pro plan varies. See, that's my always thing. It's like, what's the workflow to move to GitHub to then develop better in what's Flutter base? Is it Flutter base? Flutter AI, I think it is. Was it Flutter or Flutterflow? I think it was Flutterflow. I know it's a weird thing. Build apps by AI. Because I was watching another no, great workshop today. Honestly, like you guys had some great questions. It's always the last 10 minutes of like the workshop. Forgive me. I'm gonna put up the recording tonight into because I have. Let me just download it really quick and do that right now. This is why I like Vimeo. Vimeo is great for like video recording. Hi, Erica. Erica, I watched your new video. It looks amazing. Erica is crushing it. Office hour Thursday, Friday workshop. See here, download. Okay, so it's downloading. So Vimeo makes it so nice to like record the video and like keep a backup of it. So while it's downloading, we could go to AI community. By the way, everyone, we have a new. It's not really a course because some people in the community, some people in the course want to become AI consultants, and wanted to give like workshops and teach basically like you, Sharon, talking to you, Sharon, AI consultant. You're also Clavette in the community too. She was on today's call. Clavette also wants to become an AI consultant and stuff. Like all of you are super talented. And so I took and created a new course called AI Webinars right here. AI Webinars. It's just like I think it's just going to just be like any like it's more now becoming like miscellaneous videos, miscellaneous anything. So I took my four parts out of 5 series of AI. Technically, it was like they hired me AI for real estate agents. These were workshops, not workshops. They were just seminars, basically that I gave. But I didn't make them like real estate specific per se. So you can actually watch these and see all the latest on how to use AI for productivity, marketing, automation, how to use AI for social media, AI for digital marketing. The automation one is probably the best one. It shows you like what are the best tools. This is just like an overview of like where are the best tools for automation and stuff like that. I mean, considering they paid me like $500 an hour to give these workshops, each of these. So you guys can binge them, watch them. I may or may not put the slides. I don't know. Still TBD on that, but you could watch that because Clavette, she gave her first workshop. I think it was Tuesday or Thursday. She gave her first workshop. We gotta encourage her. Do it paid. You guys give away your free stuff too much. Even Erica, I know you you roast me in a very good way of like, John, your live streams you give away too much knowledge, and I know you're 1,000% right, Erica. But you guys should be charging for all your knowledge and expertise, and like give AI workshops in your community to your local business networks and chapters and stuff like that. Like highly recommend, because this is basically the way I broke it down was like when people are like, especially businesses, they're like, how do we use AI? I broke it down as like there's personal productivity, there's social media, there's digital marketing, and then there's automation. The next part series is going to be next Wednesday, so I'll post it here. But you could watch this whole, I mean, it's like the best of the best. Basically, I go through what are the best tools. I'm not going to show the slide. There's one slide in there when it starts off, like what are the best top 15 automation tools, especially. And it goes through like chatbots, voice agents, automations on the back end. Like it's probably the most robust. So if you guys are in the community, that's more gifts. I give you guys more stuff, which is awesome. So it becomes super knowledge. But yeah, you can binge it. It's at the very bottom. And then I even think I got to theme out. My thumbnails are kind of like all over the place. I got to come up with an aesthetic. I got to come up with a brand style. Because you can see my 5th grader thumbnails. So you can see like AI webinars. It has but as I find more webinars and I give more webinars and public talks, because that's going to be what I'm going to be doing more. Their competitors, unfortunately, like this will happen. This is something interesting. Their competitors, this company hired me to give this like weekly workshop. Then their competitors were in the audience, and then they DM'd me and like, hey, can you give a presentation to us? Same thing, same style and stuff like that. But it's a good thing, think of it like, because they gave me an opportunity. I signed an exclusivity contract with them, so I'm like, I can't give this type of workshop to any of their specific competitors, but only in the state. So like in the specific state that they're in, I can't give those workshops kind of thing, but I could give them to any other state. Really doesn't matter. But I'm gonna be going around giving more AI workshops. So if you want like a good template on how to give AI workshops, like it's a great introduction to like especially topics. You can see how I do presentations, flows, because I've been doing webinars for like years. So that's actually really cool. But yeah, that's so I will now just do the office hour because this is also for today's office. Just is just so I don't forget right now. We have all a series of like I'm behind on two of these office hour sessions to upload. 04 25 Thursday. I could probably do a better job of upload or like dating them, but here. This is why I love Circle. Free, not free, but unlimited video file storage, because they'll not only host the videos, but they'll also not only host the videos, but they'll add captions, which is super nice. And then if I go to like Fathom, I love Fathom. Oh my god, if you guys aren't doing Fathom is amazing. Like I'm so happy when my Fireflies subscription cancels, because Fathom, let me show you some cool things you could do with Fathom. This is actually kind of wild. Okay, here. Oh man, it should have got it though, because it's on my schedule. Should be technically. The only downside is that maintenance VIP, that was David today. Oh, it did get it. Oh, thank God. Whew. That scared me. I was like, please, I hope you recorded today. By the way, let me give you a quick tour of Fathom, because Fathom is awesome. Definitely put a number 1 in the chat if you have tried Fathom. Number 2 if you use something else. I just want to get engagement. That's all for the algorithm. So the cool thing about the video is it does like see how they're colored bars. The bars are here basically. This is one person talking. This is another person talking. Oh, it even says their name. Oh, that's creepy, but that's dope. Oh yeah, Sarah, you definitely got to try Fathom. So here you can see all the different you, Mohammed, you, Clavette, you, Oksana. So it's like you can see all the different people, like, which is like super creepy, but so you can see the video quality is actually really good too. I like the video quality here, but that's not even the best part yet. That's not even, no. So okay, let's go regular. Cool. So this is the main like chat summary basically. So here is something very interesting. This general tab, you can change the prompt. See how it does the summarization right here, like key takeaways. It's a little annoying, but yeah, there we go. So you see how it's like key takeaways, topics, and things. Notice how it's missing timestamps, right? So you can actually prompt it right here. If you click customize, you can actually prompt it to change how you want the transcript. Do you want an executive summary? Do you want 3 key items? Do you want to add timestamps? Do you want 5 bullets instead of 6 bullets or something like that? Do you want what are the key action items? Like whatever you want, you could reprompt it, which is super nice to say like give timestamps and then regenerate summary. This is all free. The way they make their money is like if you want a team account so that the entire team has access to all the meeting transcriptions. It's basically like Spark email management too. They make their money on the team plan. All of this is free, unlimited, free, unlimited. You are the product. Come on, we all know the game. Like if it's free, data harvesting, you are the product. There's nothing free in this world except my lives. Sorry, being stupid for me. So it's regenerating. So it's going to regenerate, and now it's going to give us the transcript. I thought this isn't even the best part yet. Wait for it. Wait, there's more. I know. That's what's like. And then now here, now it added the timestamps. So you could regenerate and have it do whatever you want and add. I mean, that's interesting. So now I'm gonna copy, I think this, I'll copy the summary, and then I'll go to my office hour session here and paste. Ta-da! But the downside is like everything's hyperlinked, so it's not real. That's not bad. Can I, wait, maybe this. Can I do this and then Command Shift? Okay, cool. Is that, is it me or the aesthetics looks kind of weird? That's not bad. That's not the, yeah, advanced. I could bold it, but view the recording, you don't need that, don't need that. What was the meeting purpose? Discuss custom GPTs, their creation, use cases, monetization strategies. It was a 110-minute workshop kind of thing. It's late. It's only 10:23 in Cali. So here we went through custom. It was honestly the last 10 minutes. Advanced application integrations. Oksana shares her experience creating the comprehensive dashboard using that blew everyone away. Oksana, like you showed that demo that blew everyone away. Everyone's like, what? Like all of our jaw dropped. Like we were. I'm excited for project days now on Friday. That's gonna be super dope. Okay, so that's good enough. So now it's videos, so it's uploading. I'm just gonna click on publish, and then once it's done rendering, it's just gonna upload right now in the background. That way everyone has office hour session for Friday, and it's there. Wait, actually this was Friday. Friday 0025 20. I have to put the year because we're gonna be rocking on this. Like this is dope. Okay, so that's doing its thing in the background, which is nice. Back to Fathom kind of cool tips and hacks. So that's not even the best part of Fathom. I find this fascinating. You can ask Fathom. You can basically chat with your meeting transcript. So you can click on this and be like, what tool did Oksana use for her demo? Question mark. So you could ask it questions, for example, and it will find the answer inside of the summary. She used GenSpark to use her dashboard and analytic kind of thing. So, and then here's the timestamp. That is dope. Like having that feature right there is like, oh my God, I forgot the action items, or what was the thing that they said, or what was whatever. You can chat with your transcript in basically this, and I thought that was fascinating. You could create like special prompts if you want to like get to there. Yeah, this is Fathom, all free. Fathom. Take a screenshot, take a screenshot, take a screenshot. Sign up for it free. You're welcome. For all of the people that are new. I've never used it. All right, I'm obsessive about features. Like I'll go deep into a tool because I want to know everything I can and cannot do with it. So what else? So you can ask questions, do transcripts, copy the summary basically here. You've been using Fathom, and it's really good at emailing people's summaries right after. I really like that feature. So if the client's on my Google Doc or basically on the event calendar, it will send them this whole transcript. And then the other thing is basically they don't need an account to use it. Fireflies requires you to sign up for them to get access to this, which I find annoying. It's like I just want seamless to just give access to the data for the client and stuff like that. So this is Fathom. So again, the transcript right here, you can change it using this tab right here. They have a lot of like pre-made prompts. Like, do you want it notes based on Sandler selling system? Do you want notes based on sales methodology by winning? Because they're mostly used basically for sales teams to take sales call notes basically. Do you want Q&A? Do you want a demo journey and the impact? Yeah, give me this information. So I reprompt it, and it's going to reinterpret the transcript based on a new prompt. So it can that's wild. Because other like Fathom, Fireflies and Otter just gives you the transcript and you can't change it. It is what it is, which is annoying. So what if you have a special format? What if you want action items at the very top? What if you want a list of tools right below it? So here it's like, oh, today we talked about Jonathan Acuna demonstrated how to create and use custom GPTs. Benefits: saves times on repetitive tasks, standardize your process, provide expert advice tailored to specific individuals. Oh, here's this process. Step 1, identify repetitive tasks. Step 2, create a template. Step 3, use ChatGPT to reverse engineer prompt. Step 4, any blockers or concerns. Character limits in GPT, potential hallucinations. This is like fascinating. Glad you're finally testing. I know, this is wild, like how all these features, I know you had concerns with I'm always like, it's always like the quote of like, first they fear you, then they mock you, then they whatever blah 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 you, and then they rave about you. It's like there's always the, whenever there's a new technology, like get the pitchfork, get the pitchforks, it's the devil, rah. Was it, they took my job. If you know, you know.
Still more immigrants from the future arrived at the time border today. Some even bringing their entire
Where's
the purplish goo that I work with a lot of fine men who have families to feed. I don't know about y'all, but we worked long and hard to get our pay up to a level where we
I write my notes manually and I take my time, and I'm really good at detailed at writing notes, and then Fathom came along.
the same work for next to nothing. They took our jobs.
Fathom took my job. Sorry, super stupid. So yeah, I'm sorry. So I was just trying to play with all the different features. If you guys have more features, let me know. Does it test for hallucination? Does it use Kaggle for data sets? Data analysis demo, step by steps. This is like really dope. Fireflies is jealous now. Fireflies is like, they took my customers. Brr! And it's like, sorry for making a shitty project for, or shit. Honestly, for the $20 that you're paying for Fireflies, the video quality was crap. It was super expensive. It was buggy. Fireflies would actually miss events. So I wanted to fire it like an employee. And I was like, you're missing meetings. Your whole job is to show up for the meeting, and you can't even do that. And I'm like, I'm going to fire you. Like, what am I paying you for? Sorry. Here comes Fathom, like, I give you all of this for free. And we're in PTSD, like trauma, like coming from a bad relationship. We're like, wait, what, this is free? And it's like, yes, I give you all of this for free. You can export it and import it into your AI GPT. Download the Fathom app is dope because what it does when you install it on the computer, because they have a Fireflies, wait, hold on, let me do this. So people can see. I was confused the first time, and I was like, why does Fathom actually have a desktop app itself? But what it does at the very top of the bar, this is why you want to buy a Mac. That's why you want to buy a Mac. It will actually count down the next meeting. It will say, meeting with Jonathan in 1 hour, 49 minutes at the very top. And I'm like, I find that so helpful because I'm like deep in a project and I just glance up and I'm like, oh, I got 10 minutes until another meeting. Dope. So that's really handy. I find that helpful. Let's see here. They took my job. Now, on the other side here, it sends reminders. Oh, that's dope. It's so good. It's actually a really well built tool. Here you can click the three dots. Excuse me. Oh, wait, here. There you go. And you could download the video. So you could download it, share it. These features down here, it's mostly, I don't know if you like kind of this part, but it does the questions. What were your questions that you asked? And then what were other people's questions that they asked? I was like, that's interesting. So definitely, yeah, install the app on your computer, and then it sends me like really nice reminders. I'm very happy with it. Like, I'm very impressed. And then you go to the directory here. I don't know if I'm ready for it to like keep the video recordings of it, and then like I'm not sure if I'm ready to like let go of Vimeo yet, because I really like the quality of video and having video archives kind of it. You can use your question selection for content ideas. Oh, that's actually genius. So here, if we go here, and then okay, wait, then we're gonna do this. I'm gonna click on general here, and then here I'm gonna say turn Turn up for what? Bum, 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 bum. Sorry. Oh, it's turn down for what? Sorry, my brain doesn't work. Turn the questions into content ideas. Oh, snap. And then regurgitate. Bloop, 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 bloop. Processing. Bloop, 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 bloop. Computer's doing the work. Bloop, 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 bloop. AI note is generating. Bloop, 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 bloop. Living in the future is awesome. Jetsons don't even have this type of stuff. Like, who would have thought like this is way better than Jetsons kind of stuff? Like, Jetsons don't have Fathom. I mean, we don't have flying cars and a Rosie, which I'm kind of like, I would trade all of this for a flying car and for Rosie, like to do my laundry. F yeah. Like, I know I've made it when I don't have to do my laundry and robots can do the laundry and do the dishes. I know I've made it. Peak retirement. Peak laziness. All right, let's see this. This is actually dope. Meeting per key takeaways, and then here's key takeaways topics. What are different types of and applications of custom GPTs? What are advisors? What are different monetization strategies? What are best practices? Like, this now would be a great, well, technically like a YouTube script if you want to think about it. Content, fostering collaboration and community development, next steps. Like, so Fathom is pretty dang powerful. Sign up today for my referral. No, it's just kidding. I don't have an affiliate code. I got to do affiliate stuff for all of this. Wait, what is this? You have 20 points. Earn 20 points this month, and you can 1,000. Oh, it's a raffle. Man, forget the raffle. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. So that's Fathom. Highly recommend. Download and install it. Use it or lose it. And then I think our course is almost uploaded. Nice. So, and then Flutter Flows is just another tool, because I was watching a couple other AI influencers build apps, and so they were using Lovable for like the mock-up. I know we're just like immediately switching gears. They were using Lovable for building the mock-up for the app, and then they were using Flutterflow for building on the back end. My biggest question is, I want to get around the token credit system, because that's, I feel, is going to like be the biggest hindrance to people building apps. Like you're going to burn through a lot of tokens of fundamentally like updating your code base, basically. So if you guys know an open source LLM to run locally, put it in the comments. I'm kind of just crowdsourcing ideas. Because I'm just also trying to get through the workflow. I've seen people go from Lovable, when they build their app in Lovable, to then exporting to GitHub, and then from GitHub, then they download it in Cursor. But then I've also heard some people complain pricing about Cursor's like credit limits, or not credit system, but it's like how many requests you could do, unlimited completion, 500 fast, unlimited with slow. Or is there unlimited here? Am I missing something? Have you tried Tray Low Code? Ooh, let's try this. Mastermind of the community, low code. Ship faster with Tray. Hello, Tray. Collaborate with intelligence. Tray IDE integrates seamlessly into your workflow. Collaborate with you. Maximize performance and efficiency. Oh, so you can work with your code base. So do you pay for your own token? You just put your API to it, and then you're just running your own token. Like, can you just API it to, I don't know, something like free LLMs kind of thing? Customize your own AI agents. What? Ooh. Because once you have the mock-up too, you just get the GitHub file, and then you just modify the code base fundamentally. That's what I'm like understanding here. Yeah, heard of that one today from ByteDance. Oh, this is ByteDance's thing? Oh, nice. Yeah, because they want that visual code audience too. They want all that audience on visual code to come over. But you could customize agents. Okay. More tools, more capabilities. Oh, and you got MCP. Love me some MCP right there. Ooh, add a server. Oh, getting fancy. We could hook it up to MCP. Dang. More context, more accuracy. You go to the search. Wait, how do you? Oh, that's dope. You could be like more specific about what you want to modify. Modify the web. Let's look at that demo part again. That was like really dope. And then do that demo again. There we go. Okay, so pause. Can you pause? Dang it. I hate GIFs because I want to pause it. I don't want to pause it. So, okay, so you could select, hey, update the workspace or the folder or a specific file or the code or the web. So you could give a little more context about what you want to update. Got it. Can I download? I'm just downloading right now. Let's download it. Smart boost efficiency with smart auto completion. Oh, I miss the days of coding. I'm not gonna lie, coding is fun. Like, you guys are missing a lot of the fun. Coding is actually super fun and it's like the best fun mental challenge. Of course, if you miss a semicolon, you want to like throw your computer out the window, or if you misspell a variable, like you're gonna flip out. But coding is like super fun. Like trying to solve like building functions, and then the satisfaction of building a function is like super fun. Loved by devs. Oh, everyone's gonna become a developer. Start for free. Okay, sweet. Let's save this. Visual Code, Code IDE, coding. I'm just like, oh, sorry, you guys can't see. I always add new things. Sorry, my camera is not clear. Hold on. Like, what poor quality. You guys are like looking through a fish lens right now. like hold on. I gotta give you guys a little love here. It's like, what is it? Minions, or like, or no, it's from Toy Story, where they're like, wow, the claw. I was like, you guys, this lens is a little foggy. So I'm gonna save this. Anytime I come across, this is another good use of Notion. Anytime I come across a new tool, I spam keyword with keywords, and then I give it to my tech stack so that I could always find it later, because I am not going to remember this tool tomorrow when I wake up or something like that. So that's why it's so nice having a, by the way, Iron Man, let's be honest, how dope is that? Anyways, I have a list of like, so there's 400 tools in here that are not in my brain, which is super nice. And you can kind of see like the new tools that I come across. I just kind of save them there. I don't know. I find that super helpful. Meg's like, whoa, Meg, can you, if you're down to come on and say hi, I like, you're way far ahead. You can say hi to the community, because also it would get you more followers. Not that you need them, but because Meg in the community, she builds directory apps. Like her thing is building directory apps. She has a course on how to build directory apps. Like, you don't have to come on if you want. Don't worry, no pressure. So Meg's like, Granola is one of the most useful tools. Let's check out Granola. Meg said hi. Let's say hi to Meg. You don't have to be on camera. Hi, Meg.
What's up? Wait, am I supposed to turn the camera on? Or
You don't
I
have to.
how this works?
It's optional. Don't worry. Everyone's in.
No, oh wait, here we go.
Everyone's incognito mode,
Okay,
like
there
running
we
from
go.
the law.
Hey.
Finally, good to meet you. Like, it was like, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I came across your lives.
Oh, there we go.
Hi, Meg.
Thanks for having me up.
No, thanks. Just being an inspiration. I'm following your content and stuff. So please introduce yourself. Like, what do you do? Like, especially, and then talk about like your directory and farmer apps. Like, please.
Yeah, I guess, long story short, originally I was non-technical, and then I would say last year I started just using AI to try to start making micro tools, like micro apps for people. And I think one thing leads to another when you start playing around with AI, and you just upskill yourself so much. And so, like, I'm still not obviously a software engineer, but I've definitely learned enough, to be dangerous basically, and things are working working well. So, yeah, my big thing is making directories. And then my bread and butter, like what really makes me income, is creating automations, but in the form of apps now, because just personally, like I've been doing the automations for a couple of years now, and I realize small businesses, they really want that front end so that they can control it moving forward, because my clients, they're usually not technical, and I don't want to have to maintain automations too much going forward. So it's just a really cool, I feel like it's the next step in this whole wave of automations personally.
Yeah. What are some like use cases so people can get an idea?
Yeah, so my background is in the food industry. And so my brand is called Aioli. So if you know what Aioli is, AI, Aioli, play on words there. But anyways, my clientele in my industry my network is all within the food industry. And so like one example is I have an automation for a catering business. They have like 10 different third-party platforms that they use to get orders from. And they have different pricing for every single third-party platform. And they need to check manually every single time that the pricing that the third-party platform order comes through on is correct. Because unfortunately, those platforms like to kind of screw them over and give wrong pricing, and then that hurts their bottom line. So this automation checks that automatically for them.
We have one member in our community who's a caterer, actually a baker, has her own bakery, cool. And she's like fascinated about how to use AI and like trying to automate for other bakers and also catering, and so she's exploring stuff like that. Sharon is on YouTube because I'm live streaming on YouTube. She's asked, "What do you use to build your automations in?"
Bake.com.
Sick.
Yeah, which. The reason I choose that one is usually because, the client is paying for that platform moving forward. And I work with small businesses, not like big companies that have big budgets. And so that's the most maintainable and accessible, like affordable program to use that doesn't have a high starting cost. Yeah.
Nice. And share about directories. How'd you get in, especially of all the different apps, directories? How'd that pique your interest?
Yeah, well, my theory is that with AI, there's going to be a lot of slop generated on the internet. And I think in the future, it's going to be hard to discern who to trust and who to follow. And the same theory behind kind of like influencers, people are heavily, I guess, influenced by certain individuals who are able to facilitate a certain level of trust with. And so I think people who are able to showcase their expertise by like really curating a list of resources in a specific niche will be really successful in future generations of the internet. It's kind of like the yellow page theory, but yeah, I've been creating directories. Right now, I created one called BayAreaFarmersMarkets.com. And it just has all of the farmers markets in the Bay Area in California.
I think I saw that project and I was watching. I was like, because we just built our first Lovable app a few days before, and that's where you pop on because the algorithm's always listening. It's like, oh, you want to talk about Lovable now? Let me feed you new content. So
that's awesome.
And then watching you and how you were changing. So what's your workflow there, like apps, and why go from like, I guess, Lovable to then Cursor or other things?
Yeah, well, I mean, Lovable is getting better and better, and so it's kind of becoming more of an all-in-one tool. But I found that I start in Lovable because it's the quickest way to get a first iteration, like your MVP, minimum viable product. And then I move into Cursor because I hit a certain limit within Lovable where I feel like I can't granularly change the code enough with certain requests. and Cursor, you're able to just maneuver a little bit better. I mean, it's hard to explain without physically showing, but
No, yeah, the code
Yeah.
base you want to be very specific because, like, what I could, like, for me to understand, Lovable is going to be great for just a quick mock up, even throw some Figma plans in there and give you just like just a overall structure, but not the best of just a hey, this is a rough idea. Then from there, you now want to get more granular in how you want to start tweaking both the layout, the buttons, the features, and now you're getting in more like becoming a surgeon, and that's where Cursor can allow you to grab the specific context, function, div, whatever part of the source code to actually make those minute changes that you want, so that you can start further developing it.
exactly, yeah, yeah, and especially with design. My original background is in marketing and building front end websites, like Shopify, e-commerce stores, and service based websites. And that's what really comes into play with Cursor. You're able to pretty easily mimic elements of a website if you even just put a screenshot in that you describe the functionality that you want, and it'll mock that up for you really really well.
Nice. I'm sure you've had some students go through your directory course. What have they like built? Here's like case.
Yeah, I have a couple of examples of like student directories on my website, but so one girl, Jamie, she built a directory of defensible space contractors in Lake Tahoe area,
Yo.
as in like the perimeter of your property. I guess you want certain, I don't know, number of feet to cut trees down, and for fire, I guess.
Okay.
So if you need to hire a defensible space contractor, you use her directory. Yeah.
We have a member in our community, Sarah, who's building like a grant directory for her sister's business and trying to source, bring in, qualify, do some matching so they can find the right grants that for their type of programs and stuff. So it's fascinating.
Wow.
And our community is growing from custom GPTs now exploring building apps because now members they're using GenSpark for like building mock-ups, and so we have another member in the community who's actually a lot of people are starting to get they're always what would you say to people that they're struggling with like first time like I think the biggest question mostly is how do you like what type of challenges do you find they face when they trying to just get to like a final product kind of thing or shippable kind of thing?
Okay, well, definitely knowing that it's going to take time to get there and to do everything properly. It's not like a silver bullet just because you're using AI. You're still going to need to, make sure that you are thorough and you feel comfortable with the final product and the security of the final product. So, like, the database route that we use is called Supabase. Are you familiar? Yeah.
A little. Like,
having like your row level security worked out for all of your tables where all of your data is stored. Yeah. So that type of thing, and just making sure you're not committing any keys to the front end of your code so that they're exposed. Those types of things.
yeah. I figure security is going to be the biggest, but I'm sure eventually, because I'm trying to working on like honestly a little custom GPT that can guide the user through like a checklist so that they know what things to do in order. Because yes, they are missing the whole coding experience, and that's trying to get to that level so that their API keys aren't just in just files so that people could burn up token credits, row level security so that other members can't see other members' information and stuff like that. I come from, it's actually a weird thing, it's like coming from, I never realized that coming from being a Salesforce administrator would directly translate over to something like this where I'm like, oh, okay, security, permission, building apps, databases, visual UI, and then how that connects and some automate. I'm like, oh, this is dope, that kind of thing.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's super transferable. Yeah, but like knowing knowing basically what steps you need to take is so crucial. And but once you figure that out, you're good. Yeah.
Sharon in the community is asking, how long does the whole process usually take from start to finish to create a directory?
That's a loaded question because it totally depends on your niche, of course, and like how many listings you're gonna have. But when I filmed the start to finish build for my Bay Area Farmers Markets directory for the course, it took a week. So, but I feel like it's always kind of a work in progress because I'm always making improvements to it. I'm always adding new blog posts to it and other resources. But you can get an MVP in a day.
That's
with Lovable.
Yeah, it's quick to get up, and yeah, there is going to be that back end database and make sure it's up and stuff like that. How about like hosting? Do you host the source code on a special like type of website to like host so the users get access kind of thing?
I host through Vercel once I have Cursor AI set up. But if you don't want to host through Vercel and you have like a more simple directory, you can use Lovable to deploy a custom domain.
Gotcha. That's nice.
Yeah.
And this is just also inspiring a lot of people because we have some members that now they have ideas for apps, and now through these new tools they can start. I mean, we have one member in the community, David, who wants to. He's a career coach and he's frustrated with LinkedIn jobs and Indeed because he has to go through them as a recruiter type style. So he's building an app to kind of like make it simpler for the hiring process and stuff. So I think there's a lot of opportunity.
That's so cool.
And talk about more about your consulting. How do people find you, and what do they like? Special type of like, what would be the number one thing that people reach out to, or businesses reach out to you for, so you can help streamline and stuff?
Yeah. Well, lately it's been learning now how to build these apps because I'll do YouTube videos, and a lot of people will reach out that way. But for automation-based things, luckily it's been referral-based. So I have a great network, and if I do it for one food-centric business, they have like 10 other friends that need the same thing in the industry. So I feel really lucky to have started out that way.
And you travel too. I was like watching your content. You travel a lot. You're not just in one place, or?
I travel for fun. Yeah, but I live in the Bay Area. Yeah.
I spent 2 years there during like before COVID. I was there for 2 years, and like so I know I recognize all of like the landmarks and stuff. Like your apartment's like super small. It's like San Francisco life, but the networking, the opportunity. I was telling people it's like a boot camp. Like the skills you'll learn there, the people that you meet there, like it's the place to like upskill yourself and learn the best, most like cutting edge type things that are coming out.
For sure, yeah. I mean, I'm actually like not that familiar with that part of the culture here because I grew up here. I live in the North Bay area, so it's kind of secluded from all of the tech scene there. There's a lot of older people here, but I feel like I get the energy from across the bridge. So yeah.
And then what are your goals? Do you want to focus more on like creating content? You also mentioned you're on YouTube, focusing on director stuff, or?
Yeah, I mean, content has been going well lately, and so I'll definitely have that lane. But ideally, I just have a bunch of directories working for me in the background, and then I wouldn't have to really do that much, you know, like moving forward.
Yeah, that's the biggest ROIs ever. I tell my community is like how to make FU money, and so it's like everyone's like trying to figure out was the best vehicle and custom GPTs, digital marketing. So now they're like, oh, we want to build apps, we want to solve big problems because they all see just having the skill set of once you go through building your first app, it unlocks a whole like flood of ideas of like, oh wow, now I can, it's like a Swiss Army knife. Now I can no longer do this manually. I think that's a great use case that you talked about of building a front end UI through these tools for the businesses so that the business owner can have a nice UI to play with these tools and trigger automations of workflows on the back end type stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to mention, I guess, my biggest theory behind directories, which is the fact that once you've learned how to build directories with AI, it'll be that much easier for you to layer on software or like small apps on top of your directory.
Yeah.
But not only that, but you'll have this built-in audience within a specific niche. So then you can learn what problems your audience has that you can solve. Instead of just like trying to pursue an app right out the gate and not having an audience to sell to once you have the app ready, you know?
That's always the biggest part of any entrepreneur is like, I'll build the best product, cool features, and then the next part is marketing, which is the hardest of like, oh, now I got to find, but I think that's amazing. Where do you see this going the next few years with apps and the tools and stuff like that?
I mean, I think the people who are willing to learn this type of thing now will be the most successful because it's such a low or baseline skill set that I think will be super valuable to have. And, you know, all this stuff is going to be better and better. Like even all of the softwares that we're using today, I feel like every single week there's new updates and features, and any problems you might have this week are going to be solved next week by whatever updates they ship. So, I don't know. It's hard to predict the future because even last year I didn't think things like the image generation would be as good as it already is now.
The text and how it's evolving and then reasoning and it's can be overwhelming for a lot of people, but yes, this is the best time to play with the tools and stuff. I have a good question now. What are if you were to say to someone like what skill sets to learn, because you mentioned Lovable, you mentioned Cursor, and then also Make.com, like what are your daily tools, AI tools or not, that you're using?
Yeah, I mean, so for me, it's always Claude and ChatGPT now, just because of the image generation tool. And Claude recently did the integration with Gmail. I don't know if you saw that, but now, do you use Claude at all?
No, I don't. Share more with the.
Oh my gosh, I love Claude just because it's so creative. In its responses, and I really like how thoughtful it sounds. I mean, people are going to be weirded out by that just because, like, I am treating it kind of human-like. But it's just so incredibly powerful for me because I have projects within Claude, which are the GPT equivalent, where it has all context that you could possibly need about a certain subject. And that's how I organize my life, basically, well, with work. And now it integrates with Gmail, so that's really powerful because it has all of my business emails on there too, and it has my tone of voice, and it makes things a lot more efficient for me.
Wow, we gotta play more with that. And 100%. Like especially when it comes to like copywriting, Claude has a much more humanistic way of just writing. You're like, thanks, human. Versus ChatGPT, and you're like, ChatGPT, no one uses those words. Where are you getting this vocabulary from? So, nice.
Yeah. And then I saw on your tool thing, which made me click into the live in the first place.
Yay.
Granola. And I love that tool. Do you use that one?
No, I haven't played with it. What does it do?
Yeah. So, do you use any meeting recorder right now for like when you have a Zoom or Google Meet?
Yeah, we're using Fathom.
Okay, I used to use Fathom, and then I switched to Granola because I don't really need the video part of it.
Okay.
Because I never watch the video back. All I need is the transcript, like the written transcript, and it does every single transcript, joins immediately. It doesn't have the thing that says like Fathom is recording this call. in the actual meeting.
This is the one on your computer that will yet you can activate. Kind
Yeah.
of. Gotcha. Okay.
Which I like that because it feels a little less intrusive. But I do think, out of respect, you should tell the person, "Oh, I am taking a transcript of this call." I just, from an ethical standpoint. And then what you can do is you can chat back and forth with the transcript. So you can say, write a follow-up email, or what did Jonathan say at the beginning of the call? And it tells you right off the bat. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely does kill the vibe the first thing in the morning. You're like, oh, good to see you. Meeting is recording. You're like, all right,
Exactly.
CIA, thank you, three-letter agency. All right, cool. Let's know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What are your
Yeah.
thoughts on Replit?
I used Replit when I first started this whole journey. I haven't revisited it, but I'm sure it's great. Yeah. But I love Lovable because of the Supabase integration. And I mean, it's the fastest growing startup in Europe for a reason. Yeah.
How do you keep up with AI? Like YouTube, blog, newsletters, TikTok?
Newsletters mostly. And then scrolling on TikTok. And then if I have, I don't know, now I'm just like asking AI to tell me what I need to know, basically. And since it's all connected to the web, yeah, I'm getting the information pretty quickly that way. Especially like Perplexity. Yeah. What about you?
Everything. TikTok, Instagram. I'll follow all the other AI influencers. I don't read the newsletters. I have them indexed, but I just don't have time. It's mostly number one priority would be TikTok, because I follow all the other influencers. You could go to my following. It's just all AI. Then second from there, there's probably like maybe 3 or 4 YouTubers, like Julian Goldie, SEO. He's really like up to date as far as whatever new stuff is coming out. He now has his HeyGen avatar creating YouTube update videos, and it's
No
a
way.
whole YouTube video, and it's really good. And he has a video editor to cut into stuff, which is like, okay, that's a thing now. But yeah.
Wow.
And then
Can you say the name again?
yeah, Julian,
Okay.
actually here, cause I'm visual. YouTube, Julian Goldie, SEO. You know, everyone in this is like, take a screenshot, take a screenshot. So let me see if we can get this a little bigger. There we go. Julian Goldie. He's been like at the forefront of like whatever new updates and stuff come out. There's him. There's a few others that are like I'll follow, and just because I'll get a feel of like between TikTok and YouTube what is like topical news, and then surprisingly enough too, the comments, because I go live twice a day every day. There's always someone in the comments saying, "Have you tried this?" And I'm like, "Oh, I've never heard of that. Let's check it out." And then members inside the AI community, they're playing with new tools, so they'll post in the community, be like, "Hey, we tried this new tool for all sorts of different stuff." So that's where through all of that and just the live stream daily allows me to just at least stay up to date, poll the audience, see what people are playing with and using, and they're very quick to. I have some very interesting people that are just like super like they're like professionals, and then they'll share little tips. They'll never create content or anything, but that's at least for me to try and like stay up to date with all of this stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. And I'm gonna check this guy out, Julian Goldie. Thanks for that recommendation.
Definitely follow him. There's a few like, and then it comes down also to just. Actually, also too is there's I'm sure there's probably like 10 different AI subreddits that are like across. I've subscribed to. I got to post in the community of all the subreddits that I'll follow. That's really good for especially in the AI video space. Reddit and X are like the 2 channels that most of those innovations are going on, and then it'll filter through Reddit, Instagram is like the last. I'm like, ugh, if I could never log into Instagram, it would be like the best.
I agree. Yeah.
It's so slow. It's like no, but yeah, TikTok, the following, and there's only like of like the following. There's probably like maybe 30 people that are like really up to date, trying to like whatever comes out. Usually between them, one say about three of them will start talking about the same thing, and I'm like, oh, cool, and I'll share it, and then recreate that type of content and play with it and see. But then it's like also getting through. Now we're trying to just simplify or distill, because you saw that post like what are the top 14 tools I use every single day. They're not other than ChatGPT is my daily driver. I gotta play with more Claude now. Gemini 2.5 just for like reasoning and big projects. Then I love Cider. Cider is like a Grammarly. Oh, haven't heard.
I've never heard of that.
Cider is amazing. Okay, so imagine. So the problem is, if oh my god, I have to use AI. That means I have to open a tab, log in, give it a request. So I always break it down to three levels. Daily driver is like ChatGPT. I need reasoning or like, hey, distill a bunch of information. That's gonna be Gemini 2.5 Pro through the Google Studio, free. And then above that, I need to research on the web. If I have a quick question, Perplexity. But if I want a thorough research of the web, I'll go to GenSpark. And then down below at the very bottom, if I'm writing a sentence or like I'm writing a comment, an email, just maybe quickly writing something short. If I want to spam it, I'm horrible at spelling, so I'm like, oh, make this better, make it shorter, make it longer, something like that. That's called Cider, Sider. It's about $10 a month, and it's like an AI writing assistant per se. You can pre-make prompts. So on anywhere that you're writing, I'm just gonna go to like, I love me some Notion too. So in Notion,
I love Notion.
Yay! I convert a lot of people. I kind of force people to take a Notion course before they take anything else. So as you're writing a sentence, it could be anywhere. If you highlight it, Cider pops up right there. And then
nice.
you could one click. These are pre-made ones. You could create your own prompts, improve the writing, fix the grammar, make it shorter, make it longer, answer the question, fix this code. I'll click improve. It will rewrite it, and then I'll click replace, and it'll replace that sentence. And I don't have to leave the browser. And then if I wanted to, on the other side, is you could press a shortcut key, and you get to this sidebar all in the same window. And then you get access to all the models. You got your Claude, Gemini, DeepSeek, all of them, PDF, attached files, search the web type of thing. So you don't have to leave the tab that you're in to get a quick action or quick answer or something all from. And that's Cider. That's like, he's more just a writing assistant, $10 a month, Chrome extension. And then from there, saves me, because I'll fix my writing, fix my grammar like 40 times a day kind of thing.
That's awesome. Wow, I've never heard of that one, but I'll definitely check that out now.
And that's what and they pretty much stay the same as far as like, those are the main tools that I'll use. It's like, yeah, there's a bunch of other AI tools with like, but ChatGPT for images is really good. Canva is also really good. Notion, that's like, and then ClickUp, which is if I want any type like make.com automations with like a database, I'll connect it to like ClickUp. And ClickUp is so great for like a CRM. Honestly, a subscription tracker. There's a video.
Oh, that's great.
Oh yeah, so check this out, because we have subscriptions, both personal and business, and I've tried so many different other ones because and members in the community, your guys are going to get this template. So in ClickUp, let me filter this out. Okay, cool. So in ClickUp, you could have what is the subscription, when is it due, is it recurring monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, every 7 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever you want. What's the annual cost? What's the monthly cost? If you assign it to yourself, this will show up on your calendar because I have everything synced to my calendar. Is it a annual subscription or a monthly renew? What card did you use to pay for it? And then is it a business? Is it personal? And then lastly, when it comes time to unsubscribe, what's the link to the checkout so you could click that and just one click unsubscribe when it comes time to cancel. So
That's brilliant.
yay.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love that so much. I was thinking about doing that in Lovable, but like that's amazing.
It syncs. There's two tools that I use that sync with my calendar because everything is on my calendar. Click up with that for bills because it will also show me if anything's past due. I'm like, oh, this is past due. Also for business stuff like taxes or filing specific business tasks that have to happen monthly or quarterly or something like that. I have a bit list for business things that repeat. And then, have you heard of TickTick?
No.
Oh my gosh, I love this. So TickTick, let me incognito mode. TickTick is basically it's both a personal and business task manager. It's only about $4 a month, but it is so simple, so reliable to build just a very simple personal task manager, and you keep it simple. Basically, you have just two lists, one list for work tasks, one list for personal tasks. You have all the things that you need to do, when are they due date, and then they become like little project files. You can add all the details like Markdown, just like Notion. And then my favorite thing is you could then time block it on a calendar when and what needs to get done. Then on the other side, they have through the app itself, they have some cool little extra features which I don't use that much. They'll have an Eisenhower matrix if you want to sort priority, urgent, what's not urgent. A Pomodoro timer if you're like want to set the timer just for working on tasks. And then for me, when I do my content, I never want to be original when I create my content. So I'll be, whether it be Reddit or TikTok, and someone's talking about something that's like gets more than 10,000 views, I'll share that video to this master list. So when it comes time to creating content, I'll just grab one, be like, okay, what are they talking about? Okay, I'm going to create something similar so that I never have to run out of content ideas.
Wow. That's a pretty good engine you have there. I love it. Have you tried Get Poppy? Or I guess it's called Poppy AI.
Poppy, I haven't played with it, but I've seen like you can take source content, run it through like prompts, and then it can generate scripts and stuff like that from ideas or something.
Exactly. So like what you just showed there, you could basically link all of that into a Poppy board, all the reference TikToks that you had, and then it would also look at your existing content if you plugged it in, and it would say, okay, well, based on what you typically talk about and how, you know, your scripts go usually, it will write scripts in your tone of voice, but based on that content. If that makes sense. I feel like I butchered that.
No, yeah, because what people do is like they'll take. It's almost like if you play with like Blotato. Blotato takes source information, a video, a blog article, or something. It will then transcript it and run it through a pre-made prompt that you're like, hey, shorten it and make it a 40-second script for TikTok. Add a hook, add a call to action. But then the cool thing is that you can add your source material and then say, hey, this is my style, this is what I like doing, so it has some like reference. And then from there, because creating ideas for content is always like the hardest thing of like, what do I say, and stuff like that. So this will then streamline your workflow so that you can go from source to a script quickly and fastly based in your style.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Blotato was that one?
Oh, yeah. Okay. You know, have you heard Sabrina Romanoff?
Yes. I mean, I have used that before. That's, but only in like her beta.
Yeah, that's now because I have, I think a few members in the community that have been using Blotato to create it, or create their content, and it has. Let me go to like here, for example, Blotato, because she's been doing a lot for like upgrading it, and from there, it will take any source material, whether so very interesting. Let's talk about this. It will actually, and credit goes to Sharon in the community right now. She's watching on YouTube. It will remix ideas. So you can say, okay, I want a text, an article, a YouTube video, TikTok, whatever your source material is. And then when you add it, okay, here, cool. Let's pause. And then that's why I like Mac Enhance. So here you can have your sources, a YouTube video and an article, and it will remix these two or three things together. Then you can select any of your platforms, and the platforms will show up as tabs. And then from there, she has a huge prompt library that you can chat with to remix it. And then you can customize it per channel. Okay, turn that into a LinkedIn post. Okay, turn that into an X post. Turn that into an Instagram post. And then you could also generate photos and videos all from it. And then what's not in here is basically the scheduling. It can schedule to post on 20 social media platforms for the $29 plan. And then she's also integrated NAN in the workflow, which I was like, whoa, kind of thing.
Wow, that is pretty crazy. I might actually have to try that one because, but honestly, at the end of the day, it's like execution. I need to actually just post content. You know, that's the blocker. It's like you can have all the tools and then just got to do it. Yeah.
Well, I teach it in the course of like how I'm kind of like psychopath in the sense of like posting 10 pieces of content a day. And so this workflow takes like an hour long to, one is just like, I'll just save videos. I'm like, that's good, topical for my niche. And everything has at least more than 10,000 views. So I'm like, okay, it's got views, it's traction, cool. Then I'll set a timer to sit down and create content. And there's actually 4 different formats of content that I create. Format number 1 is topical news. Let me talk about something newsy. And that one requires like a 2-second hook. This week's video was, oh no, Photoshop is dead. Use this instead. Oh, that triggered a lot of people, and I'm like, excellent, great.
I'm sure, yeah.
I'm just starting comment wars in the, like, I'm like, thank you for the comments.
Oh my gosh. Sounds like you're pretty resilient to that, though.
Yeah, for me, it's like, oh, I get attention, I get engagement, you guys are just feeding the algorithm, I just like, I don't respond to any of the comments, just like, thank you. But I ban close to 10 to 15 people a day that are haters or like negative comments. I'm like, nope, gone, nope, gone, nope, gone.
That's
and I'm like,
good. I should adopt that practice because sometimes I'll think about it all day. I'm like, I can't believe that person commented that, and I take it way too personally, and like they forgot about me a second after they commented it. You know,
I'm ruthless. If I see one name, I'm like, gone. Even I've already banned 3 people so far while this is on. I'm like, oh, that's a negative comment. Block, mute, gone. And I'm like, next. So that's topical news is one. Second is reply to comments in videos. So if you press on someone's comment in TikTok, you press a video option. It'll post the pop up right here, and I'll answer it. But the gimmick is, because I'm always trying to visually try and break the brain, I'll grab a sriracha bottle and I'll put the mic on it. So I'll have different objects as the mic. I'll do a tennis bracket, I'll do a golf club, I'll do a sriracha bottle, and I'll answer the question. So that their brain is like, wait, what is he using as a mic? And the video's over and they're like, damn it, now I gotta watch it again. Like, well, now what is he talking about? And that's one. I'm now learning skits is another, because I'm trying to also get more top of funnel awareness. So I'm doing a skit format called younger brother, older brother, and they're just smart asses to each other. So younger brother has questions, older brother is answering. Like, one is a meme that's like, he's like, younger bro comes in his room and is like, hey bro, ChatGPT came out with 5.7.8, and older bro's like, wait, aren't we on like 5.7.6 this morning? He's like, yeah, but this one does your laundry and does your taxes as well too. And he's like, oh, it's just the overwhelmness of, because I'm now just mocking all of the updates. Then
I love it.
The last one I just started doing is comedy skips that topic. News green screen. I got this one from Gary Vee. If you screenshot news articles and then you do the green screen, you can talk about it and point around, but everything is everyone's short attention span is only like 2 to 3 seconds. So every sentence, I'll zoom in and I'll zoom out, or I'll move myself, and then everything's recorded and edited through the TikTok app, airdrop to my computer, get my 10 reps in, and then I'll use like I'm not gonna use Buffer. May use this one called Metrical, I think it is, for the scheduling for multiple platforms, and then I'll just use that to schedule, and the whole thing takes about an hour and a half to create 10 pieces of content a day. It's insanity, but that's how you're just getting attention. It's just pure attention, of volume, to get more eyeballs, because what happens is that attention then funnels through to your live streams, and the sales are in the live streams. The sales are where you nurture, and then usually within like 10 days that they've discovered me for my top of funnel content, they'll hang out on the lives, and they'll either get some tip, they'll get roasted, they'll find something valuable, or FOMO, they'll want to join, and so then they'll go. I just link in bios right to the AI community, basically.
Crushing it. That's awesome. You just gave anyone who was listening just like an absolute crash course in the playbook. Yeah, that's very generous of you. I could be on here for a long time, but I was actually ready to go to sleep, and then
It's always the case.
and then you were like, request, and I had to do it. So, but I've appreciated all of your lives, and thank you so much for having me up.
And share, where can people find you? YouTube, TikTok, and if you're on
Here on TikTok, and then YouTube. All of my handles are Spread Aioli. So, yeah, really happy to help anyone figure out how they want to take an idea to app with AI. I also have a digital community on School called Idea to App with AI.
And is that because I know I saw your course, is it now a community with everything in there now, or?
So it's been a community first, and then I recently did the course, which if you go into my community, which is completely free, and you decide you want to take the course is the paid thing, but the community is free.
Beautiful.
So yeah.
Fun little thing. You may want to move it from School to Circle.
Oh my god, 100%. I hate School so much, but now I'm like, I have almost 500, I think.
Congrats.
Members.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like nervous about making the jump there.
It's
going
to be worth it. They'll move, they'll follow for sure. But it's going to be worth it for you for admin and doing all the things that you want to do. So yeah.
Oh my gosh, for so many reasons. Yeah.
Well, have a wonderful night.
You understand.
You're amazing.
All right.
Super grateful. Thank you
so much. I appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Meg. Amazing. Like I think we did when the Lovable app, when that came out, we did the Lovable app, and then the algorithm's always listening. So it's like, oh, you now are into Lovable. And so I was waking up one morning going through the live streams, and her live stream came out. It was only like me and two other people that were on the live stream, and she was building her farmers app. It's a directory app for farmers markets in the San Francisco Bay Area. And all we were doing, she was just asking questions. We were just giving tips. Oh, you should try this. Oh, you should try this. And oh, that would be cool with this. And she was kind of built. I was fascinated in the sense that I was like, oh wait, there's more that because she talked about her workflow. I'm gonna buy her course in community for sure. Like I'm 100% gonna buy it. Like we may buy it and go through it tomorrow in the community tomorrow. So this was actually serendipitous. So this worked out perfect. But watching her build her workflow and what she's doing, and I was like, oh, I learned so much. And so this is why you want to go live and connect. It's like online, the algorithm's doing its job. You just have to show up. I mean, Sharon is like Sharon's rocking on the comments. I see all your comments, Sharon. Sharon's rocking them all. Sharon's holding on the YouTube community right now. She is the YouTube community. She's like, great word of mouth for networking. Cider rocks. Metrical I use for a client. Gives great data. Allows you to have competitors post like 50 or something monthly. And it's especially on the free plan. Nice. And then Meg, it was so lovely to meet you. And I think everyone, yes. I'm very blessed to like meet some amazing smart people like that are doing fascinating things. Sharon, Sarah's like, Sharon, you guys, if I could connect the comments for both so that I just have one comment feed, that would be dope. But you guys are awesome. So we learned a lot. We learned about different tools that she recommended, workflows, the hatred for school. So it's like I tell people, I'm like, school is trash for like community and stuff like that. So, but and she loves Notion, which is dope. But again, that's the cool thing is that I just want to share more like inspiration, like just showcase. And I think that was the highlight of like today's top of mind is like more projects show and case, basically show and tell, just to kind of see what other people are working on. Will both inspire you, will also learn their workflow of what stuff. And I think it's such a great time now to start again playing with these apps, build unique things, solve problems for your niche, your community. She's specializing in the food space. Sarah Sharon on TikTok. I will mediate comments right now. I'm sharing her comments. Sharon, she's like, "Hi, Sarah." You guys, I highly recommend. You guys are in the community, ask each other out for like virtual coffee, for like 10-15 minutes and just like connect. You'll be surprised, honestly. Like everyone in the community is amazing, supportive, loving, caring, like is doing amazing things. Like honestly, like so. Please connect with each other with inside. I've connected a few people, like I was talking about today, Josh and Richard in the community. Didn't realize that they both live in the same city in I think it's like Utah or something like that. So he was super excited that he could connect with someone and talk about, because again, it's also talking about AI, and this is all we do all day, and I'm sure we're all annoying our family in the sense of like, oh, more AI. What can it? Oh, I'm so overwhelmed. And you're like, but this new thing does this. How you play? This is amazing. So you can geek out with each other, which is super cool. So I think we'll call it there as a great episode tonight. I'm super grateful for each and every one of you, from Sarah to Sharon to Sid to Nicole, everyone in the MVP comments, Jasmine. The algorithm's doing its job. Lily, pleasure to meet you. Let me see if I can rock through some questions real quick, because I think I saw some questions just in case. I think we're good. Yeah. So nice. At the end of the day. So tune in next time. Jonathan, please more info about. So let me know. Oh, Dalton, you've been in the comments. Nice, Dalton. Good to see you too. Lily, let me know what your question is. I'll wait 5 seconds. Ask your question, Lily. And then sending you something in circle, please. I know it's like when Megan sends me something, she's like, check your circle thing, and I'm always like, what are you sending me? Okay, cool. I'm gonna go check it out. Greetings from Hague. Patrick, pleasure to meet you. For everyone that's new, my name is Jonathan, Dr. AI. I go live every day, 6 p.m., 10 p.m. For talking about AI. And then we have amazing community, all entrepreneurs. We have courses, mentorship, resources, weekly workshops, show and tell projects everywhere. Everyone in the community is pushing the boundaries, so I highly recommend. And then for Lily, your question about leads, I highly recommend, regardless of what your business is, number one thing is content. For every business, if you're struggling with leads, it's always going to be down to creating more content. I recommend what I call the 3-in-1 rule. Post 3 times a day with your face on camera, sharing tips for your audience to help them. You're just basically like FaceTime your best friend, and go live one time at the same time every day. That's what you're going to nurture into sales. So for any business that's struggling with leads, it's always going to come down to your content volume, in a sense. Create good content, helpful content, show your face on camera, give tips, resources. If you want examples, take a look at my profile. You'll see exactly how I create content. Nothing's AI generated, so it's like that's how I get all my leads for basically the community and stuff like that. Dalton's like, he goes live every day, the whole day. Like one person put in is like, don't you sleep? I sleep a lot too. It's like, so amazing. We had a great episode. Lily's like, yeah, just great content. That's it for everyone in here. Great content, go live. That's the game. And your algorithm will bring you your audience too. It's real nice. So super blessed. Awesome. If you guys are interested, you could join the AI community, link in bio. But if not, we'll be back again tomorrow, 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to talk more about AI and learn more every day. Have a wonderful night. I appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to Meg for sharing such a wealth of information. So please take your time right after this and go follow Meg and follow her journey as well too. So have a good night, everyone. Bye. Cool. What a great show, right, Sharon? That was such a great show. We had such, like, what a wealth of information. Sharon, or Meg, was so nice. So she's doing, I'm going to probably buy her community and course, and we're probably going to go through that tomorrow, honestly. I think that's going to be the hack, honestly. And then we'll go through that together. We'll build a directory even easier. So awesome. Have a wonderful night, Sharon. Rest well.